right, man, let's get it. Let's hit that music for the scores. We got rugby scores to watch and wait for. That should be wait for, not wait or, but you know what it is, where it goes with that. Y'all, let's get it kicked off right away. Let's look into Women's Six Nation. It did kick off this past weekend. We're about to enter into weekend 2. Let's look at what the scores were this past weekend. Number 1, we had Italy taking on England. We had Scotland going up against Wales, and we had Ireland against France. Italy was a rout. Italy losing in Italy's history, so this situation was different. England would win 38-0. Now, that being said, there was a bit of controversy that actually happened with the Women's Six Nations and with the England versus Italy game. That was a game where the 8-man, Sarah Beckett, has been officially put on a 3-game ban for her actions that happened during this first game. So I want to take a quick look at this so you guys to know what the heck it is that I'm talking about right now. All right.
It's on her way back.
Rigoni on the edge. Yeah, you can see Sarah Beckett just landing on Hillary's knee.
Saracens on her way back.
Look at it again.
Rigoni on the edge. Yeah, you can see
That
Sarah Beckett
twist right
just
there
landing
that has
on.
changed up everything. So what seems to have happened is that Sarah Beckett, within the first 15 minutes of the game, broke the leg of Italy player who goes by the name of Italian player who goes by the name of her name is goes by the name of Michela Filari. When Sarah made that tackle, she fractured that leg, and now Filari is out for what looks like the rest of the Six Nations. And so Sarah out in 2018. So 48-0 win for Italy, for England for this, but at the cost of their 8-man, and Italy, of course, losing their player as well. And of course, you had Scotland defeating Wales 20-18, and then you had France destroying Ireland 38-17. Now, looking forward into this, all right, we have Scotland versus France coming up next, England versus Wales, and Ireland versus Italy. Looking to this one, England versus Wales, this is a good game. Unfortunately, Wales is just not as good a team. England is easily the best team and runaway favorite to be able to win the women's team. Look for England to take this one. I think it will probably be closer to a 30-point game than it is a 48-point game like Italy. But, you know, again, England is getting Emily Scarrett back. I think that Marley Packer still killing it. That team is you got Scotland versus France. Scotland versus France actually probably is the best game of the women's this weekend. I would actually put, again, money on France to take it. But Rafa and Daya, you got so much power, so much speed off the edges. France is a talented team, an absolutely talented team. Scotland is very, very hard-nosed. I'm not going to say hard-nosed team, but I do think that this is going to be a close game going up against in this France-Scotland game. Look for France to get the win on this one. I think this is going to end up being like a 24-17 game. France is favored. And then lastly, we got Ireland versus Italy. Ireland, again, a team that has been able to see a lot of more success on its 7 side than it has on its 15 side. But I will say that with Ireland, Italy is not a team to be played with. Like, the women's team is always good for one, and I actually think that despite getting completely crushed by England last week, I think Italy actually takes the win on this one. Look for Italy to take the win on this one. I think it'll be 15-8 game, Italy over Ireland. All right, let's look up next. We got MLR going through, all right? We got from last weekend, let's look at the scores. We had Los Angeles getting its first win against Utah Warriors, 36-32. Chicago Hounds falling to New England at home, 22-17. New Orleans getting their third win on the season over the Dallas Jackals, 35-22, making up for the loss the week prior to against the New England Free Jacks. And I'm sorry, that was their second win, not their third. We got Miami Sharks getting their first win over the Anthem, 50-21. Again, this is a team that the Anthem, I think might be the worst team in professional rugby right now. They're developing. I mean, look, it's okay. It happens. It's part of the process. Use it as a chip to get better as the years come. Old Glory falling to San Diego Legion, 27-11. And then Houston SaberCats and Seattle Seawolves in an absolute beautiful nail biter. The Houston SaberCats could have won by more and absolutely let it go. SaberCats winning 42-40 on that one. I think this was one of those games again that it was anybody's possibility that came with it. I think one game that really stood out to me for last was again Nola Gold versus the Dallas Jackals. Canela Palomi and Desmoni Tongaua, like what a dynamic combo. Now, albeit, Tongaua is a flanker, Pomoni is a fullback, but is a fullback, yeah. But man, the speed, the precision, the skill. Oh my god, Gold is definitely one to watch going into the championships this year. My dark horses are still the SaberCats, and I still think the Free Jacks are going to probably make a return back to the championship. But the SaberCats, obviously, Seattle Seawolves are two teams, as well as obviously and the Gold and the Seawolves are the other two teams that I think are the dark horses to win it all. So absolutely win it all. I think they're playing as great as they ever have. And so looking into what's going to be happening this week, really starting off tomorrow, you got Houston SaberCats taking on the Dallas Jackals. Battle of Texas existing right here. Look, man, SaberCats are absolutely on a roll. The Dallas Jackals are definitely better than they have been in previous years, but I think the SaberCats are just too good. They have been absolutely killing it. Look for the SaberCats to win this one over the Dallas Jackals. I think this one's going to end up being 32 to 17 game, 33 to 17 game, SaberCats over the Jackals. Seattle Seawolves will take on Chicago Hounds in Chicago. Chicago finally getting another home game. Seattle Seawolves came off a really close loss last week. Obviously, the Chicago Hounds are a team that is talented, but in the struggle, lost to the Free Jacks. I think they're going to have another loss on them. Seattle Seawolves are playing really, really well, and they're getting more of their players back. I look for the Seawolves to be able to take out the Chicago Hounds 24-17 in that game. DC Old Glory versus the Anthem. Anybody who plays the Anthem is basically going to win. This is almost their guaranteed game. Look for Old Glory to bounce back after 2 straight losses and to be able to get probably going to be another 48 to 17 game. Old Glory over Anthem, even if it's in Charlotte. I mean, it's just idiot. And then San Diego Legion are traveling across the country to Miami, technically Fort Lauderdale, to take on the Miami Sharks. Only 4 games this weekend. Look for San Diego Legion to continue the winning streak and beat Miami Sharks. I think the Miami Sharks, again, talented team, just not in sync with each other. And I don't think the win against the Anthem is a good indicator of whether you're in sync or not. Just experienced players are going to do more damage than not. Look for San Diego to win this one. I think it's going to be close probably in the first half, but I think ultimately you get 35-15 game. San Diego Legion over the Miami Sharks. All right, let's look into URC, baby. UR Sizzle. Yo, we got URC happening. We had last week, we had Leinster taking on Zebre, 31-7 win for Leinster. The Bulls demolished the Dragons, 31-10 up in Wales. Lions took it up from South Africa to Ireland, 38-14 over Connacht. Connacht, a big favorite to win this all in the URC. Edinburgh falls to the Stormers, 43-21 down in South Africa. Straight sweep for South Africa on their game. Benetton, Scarlets defeat Benetton 16-13, the one Welsh team to beat an Italian team. And then Sharks over Ulster 22-12. Again, straight sweep by South Africa on this one. There's not really that much. I don't think anything was super surprising that came out from this. Let's talk into the games that are going to be happening coming up this upcoming week. We got Leinster versus Bulls. I'm be perfectly honest with you. This could easily be the championship game in 5 weeks, in 8 weeks from now. I really do expect that Leinster's going to play a tough game, and Bulls, since they already had the pleasure of already being up in the area, now I think they're going to be used to it. It's springtime, so that winter weather, advantage that the European teams have had over South Africa are not there. I look for Bulls to beat Leinster, but I think this is going to end up being a 20-18 game, Bulls over Leinster. Zebre taking down the Dragons. I don't think that game matters. Battle of two bottoms. I think Zebre will win, but again, not enough worry for me to put the score to it. Connacht taking on Benetton in Italy. Connacht is significantly better than Italy. Not even worth saying the score. Connacht will destroy Benetton. Edinburgh up against the Sharks in South Africa. Woo! Italy, man, these Scottish teams, these UK teams don't do great whenever they go to South Africa, but it's getting cooler in South Africa as well too. But I look for the Sharks to be able to win this one at home against Edinburgh. Look for this to be a 33-23 game. Ospreys protecting their house against the Lions. Lions continue their tour in Northern Europe. Wales just doesn't have anything. The Lions are gonna crush. The Lions are gonna crush Ospreys. Not even worth talking about. Stormers versus Ulster. Stormers are at home. Ulster's down in the road. Ulster just took a loss. Look for another loss against Stormers. It's hard to win in South Africa. What can you say? It's hard to win in South Africa. Glasgow Warriors versus Scarlets. Again, Ireland over Wales every single day and twice on Sunday. Glasgow winning this one 45-10. And then Cardiff over again, going up to Munster. Munster is another high-end favorite for this. Technically, are amongst the best teams in URC. Doesn't have it. Munster is about to blow out Cardiff. I don't even care about talking about it. All right, y'all, that's all the scores that we got from this, but we're going to be right back with a little bit of conversation with our guest, Jason Bray, talking Super Rugby as well as the NRL, because I don't want to miss on the fact that his Broncos got so bad. We're going to be right back after these messages, and stay tuned.
They're the wheat flour that you can eat. My name is GiftTime in Baylor. I'm here with Health Enhanced Foods. And I want to tell you about one of our best and most beloved products, our sweet white wheat baking mix. Now, this is the baking mix for those who are not really looking for something that's gluten-free, but they are looking for something that they can eat that is going to still be healthy and is not going to be dangerous. White flour is typically a very processed, incredibly bleached flour, and it's not good for you. It's incredibly cheap for a reason. Our sweet white wheat bread mix is whole grain, dairy-free, high in dietary fiber, free of additives, and is absolutely unprocessed and unrefined. With our sweet white wheat bread mix, you can feel like you're getting all the same rewards that you would get from poor white bread, but with all the nutritional value. You're able to still make your bread loaves or your cakes, your flat bread or your cookies. but you don't have to feel like you are going to be robbing yourself of good carbohydrates. You can get the sweet white wheat bread mix from healthenhancedfoods.com. Absolutely go impress your friends and family with the greatest bread while not making them feel like they have to be gluten-free at the same time. No dangers, full body pleasures. Go ahead and get yours today. Let's go.